Whenever I buy something that comes in a cellophane bag, I always keep the bag. So, if you'd like to see how I created some of these with recycled cellophane bags, some dried leaves and flowers with the help of glue, varnish or a laminator, stay tuned because I'll be sharing with you these techniques today. Hi everyone, it's Dragana from Saacibo. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I never throw away these bags. I keep them and my stash is piling up. This is how I've been using them in the past, to store my dried flowers and leaves inside. I would put a little bit of packaging paper, craft paper, cut it to the size of the cellophane bag and then insert the flowers and leaves. And it worked beautifully because some of these specimens are probably 3 or 4 years old now and they still haven't changed color or gone bad. So that is one way I've been recycling for storage solutions. But still I have quite a lot that have piled up lately and I've been struggling to find ways to use them and I didn't want to put them in a bin. So the other day I was going through my last year's dry leaves from eco printing and I wanted to protect some with plastic, and I normally do that with a laminator, and I realized I only have a few laminating sheets left and these sheets can be expensive, and yet I have so many of these, and I thought to myself, wouldn't it be nice if I can put the leaves inside and then laminate it? And I tried. I thought I have nothing to lose, I'm gonna try, and it worked. I was so happy with the result. Have a look. I've tried to do this with varnish and clear glue, and also it was a very successful attempt. So whether you have a laminator or not, you can still do this because it works either way. First I want to show you the technique with glue or varnish. In this case, this is gloss varnish. You can use matte. It says here, a water-based high gloss varnish manufactured for surfaces that need extra gloss and protection against water and light. Provides a glazed appearance. Brushes used for application are easily cleaned with water and soap. So people tend to ask me what sort of brand and what if I can't find that brand. Don't worry about brands. Just look for water-based varnish, either matte or gloss, whatever is your preference. Most of these products will give you similar results. Same goes with the glue. Clear water-based glue. Doesn't really matter what sort of brand. If you're not sure, you can always ask the people in the shop. They should know enough to tell you the difference. I'm going to grab one of these. So what I do, I cut it open. So this one has that there and I don't need it. And it's got a hole here, so I'm going to cut it like that. There is going to be a bit of waste. You can't avoid that. You will be able to use majority of this, and the rest you'll have to throw away. I'm going to cut off this part as well. So there's 2 of them. Let's pick a leaf to put inside. Oh, that one looks nice. Yeah, that big one looks nice. I'm just going to cut this a little bit. I've used these when I was doing eco printing with scissors, and they're really nice and flat. I'm going to pour some of this in the container. I don't have to add water or anything. So what I do, I just apply thin layer on one side, just like that. You know, laminating sheets are plastic with a little bit of glue that's activated with heat. So we're going to create that effect but without the laminating. So now I'm going to add a little bit of varnish on the leaf itself, and now I can close it. So just put that over and gently push towards the outer edges, just to get rid of all the bubbles. Similar to what we've done in the previous video where we used napkins to create specimens. So just keep pushing out the excess and getting rid of the air bubbles. I think that's good enough. Okay, and then you have to let it dry. It takes a while. I would do this in the evening and wait till the following day to use them, or do them in the morning and wait till the evening. At least 12 to 24 hours to set. Okay, let's do one with the glue just so you see the difference. It's not a big difference, but yeah, we'll do one. I happen to have the same bag. I'm going to cut that off. And this. And I'll just turn it on this side. Yeah, the glue is quite thick, but that's all right. This plastic is not fragile like a napkin would be, so I don't need to add water to it, and I wouldn't suggest adding water to it. Okay. Oops. Just hold it so that it doesn't move. And you don't have to go all the way to the edges. Let's pick a leaf. Maybe that one would look nice. So now I'm going to add a little bit of glue on this side of the leaf because I want the leaf to be glued to the other piece of cellophane. This might be a little bit tricky if you have really fragile flower petals. In that case, I'd say varnish is a better choice because it's not as thick as the glue. And then you just take that, put that over, and you smooth it. Keep pushing towards the outer edges to get rid of all the air bubbles. If some are caught, that's all right. Will still look nice, I think. I haven't tried with white glue. I guess if it's the glue that dries clear, yeah, why not? With varnish and with the glue. And also you need to wait for this to dry properly. As I said, it can be done. You don't need a laminator. If you don't have one, don't rush to buy it. But if you do, I'll show you what to do now. I turn that on. I'm waiting for it to be ready. And I have here some baking paper. I believe it's called parchment paper in the US. It can't be any sort of paper, even just plain copy paper. The reason I'm using this one is because the sheet is actually larger, because you need to create like a pocket. And my copy paper is probably not big enough if I want to do a full size. If I was using just a small one, I can get away with just copy paper folded in half. And this is to protect the surface of your laminator and also of this, because too much heat can destroy this cellophane bag. I will open it up on 3 sides. Get rid of the top and the sides. And now I have this. Okay, now let's put some flowers in here. I have some these. Okay, that would be a really nice pocket, wouldn't it? And here I want to use some of the small ones. They would be perfect to create little specimen charms. So I'm going to spread them out so that I can cut them out individually like this. And I'm going to add a few of these. They're also cute, like chamomile. Okay, I'm going to close that. So what I do now, I place this between those and I feed it into my laminator. Now my laminator is an old thing. It's really old. And it doesn't have heat settings, high, low, medium, whatever. Only has on and off. So if I notice that my specimens become too wrinkled, that means there's too much heat. I usually just turn it off, wait for it to cool down a little bit, and then I start working again. Or I add some extra paper to protect the surface. So exciting. Let's have a look. How gorgeous is that? Really thin plastic that trapped these flowers. I love it. For me, this is a perfect solution. I don't have to go and buy laminating sheets anymore. I recycle all the cellophane bags that I've collected and that I'm going to collect in the future. And I actually like the fact that they are softer and easier and thinner to use than the laminating sheets. Let's do this one. Really good. I can't believe this actually works. It's amazing. I'm going to take this larger cellophane bag. I'm going to cut here. That's it. To open it up this side. I'm going to leave it like that. This one is a little bit thicker, but you will see that whether it's thicker or thinner, it doesn't really matter all that much. I think they all work. Just arranging a few things. I want to make this for a belly band, for example, or for a side pocket. That there, and a few more. All right, that. I'm just pressing it a little bit and hoping the static will keep them in place. I'm going to carefully put this inside here and then feed it. Okay, let's have a look. Nice. I love it. Apart from that, that is kind of sticking out, so I'm just going to pull it out because it didn't really work well, and then I'm going to put this through once more to seal that there. Okay, I'll just let it go once more. It moved as I was placing it inside, but that's all right, easily fixed. So, if you do have a laminator, you don't need to buy laminating sheets anymore. Just use cellophane bags that you recycle. If you don't have a laminator, just get some water-based glue or some water-based varnish and you're good to go. Let's have a look. Now it's perfect. So how good is that? Now I want to show you how to create this effect with stamps. Have a look at these. I've done these without any leaves, so just cellophane bags, either with clear glue, with varnish, or with laminator. But before I put them through the laminator or added glue or varnish, I stamped. When you stamp, you need to use permanent waterproof ink, such as this one. And once you stamp, you have to wait until the ink is completely dry. If it's not dry, you'll get smudgy effect like I have here. Hope you can see. See what happened. The ink wasn't completely dry, and then once I put it through the laminator, it just started to melt. I find that when I used it with the laminator, I was getting all that kind of fuzzy look. But when I've done it with varnish or clear glue, I was having better results. This is probably the best one of the laminated ones. This one wasn't that bad. Perhaps the ink dried a bit longer, but still I have a few smudges, which doesn't really bother me. I like the grungy look, but if you want it to be really clear, you have to wait until the ink is totally dry. And even then, you might get a little bit of this effect. I find that this is because when you're laminating, you're adding heat. And for some reason, this ink tends to run when it's heated. And that does not happen when you use clear glue or varnish with these. I'll just show you how to stamp. I'm going to open it up on all sides. Okay. And then you stamp on one side. Get my ink. Have some script here. Get the ink on it. Dropped it. And don't move it because it tends to slide over a shiny surface like this, and then just press a little bit. Count to 5 and then lift. All right. That's all right, I think. Let's add a few more. How about this bee? Again, just drop it. Don't move it too much. Hold and lift off. That's all right. Let's try this. There's 3 different ones here. If you try to do it slowly and then press, chances are you're going to move it. Nice. A little bit smudged there, but that's all right. And this one. One thing you can do is tape that to the surface you're working on, and then make sure it doesn't move when you lift it off. So what you do now is you have to wait till that is completely dry. Once it's dry, if you're going to use it in the laminator, you just place that on top and run it through. If you're going to use glue or varnish, you just go with the brush, just like I've shown you earlier with these. Gently with the brush, you place that, use a piece of cloth to push all the glue or varnish to the edges, and you let it dry. It's easy as that. And then you use it in your project. If it dries before we finish today's tutorial, I will show you. All right, now let's make some cool things. I really love these envelopes. And did you know you can also stamp on the leaves? Yeah, that's what I've done here. I actually stamped directly on the leaf. I think I want to have this one somewhere in the journal as a belly band. I think it would look good here on this page. I'm just going to make it a bit shorter. Like so. And if I attempt to cut this straight, it's not going to work. So I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to do this. Fun shape. Why not? I like that better. And ideally, I would take this to the sewing machine, but this journal is already bound and I can't really take it to the sewing machine, so now I have to glue it. And I have an option of using double-sided tape, but this one's kind of wide and I don't like it, so I'm going to use this glue F6000. It works with plastic, so I'm just going to put a bit of glue on top and the same here. I'm going to put that there. It dries clear, so it should be almost invisible. So that is my belly band here. I really love it. I have a pocket here that I've done. I used that same glue and it worked nicely, so I can do that. And that's a specimen made with cellophane bag. I just put the feather in there. Let's make a few of these. I really love these. So much fun. I have some dyed papers here. Let's see what we can use. I'm going to leave these for another project, the small ones. But I want to make something with this one. And just looking for the right paper. I think it would look really nice on this paper. I only need 1/2, just like that. And I think I want to attach this, not with the glue, but with the sewing machine. When you do the sewing, you have to stabilize this beforehand because it tends to move. Okay, that one would look nice there. I can't really stabilize it with clips. It's too far inside, but I want to turn this into like an envelope or a bag. That's why I'm not cutting these sides yet. So I'm just going to add some glue here. Or maybe I'll just add the glue everywhere. But I'll do the sewing once the glue dries, because I really like the look. This to add that there, and this one I can stamp something here. Oh, it's this side. I like that one there, but I want it to stamp a little bit. To look nice, I think. These can also be just glued onto the page like pockets, and you would have a pocket here and a pocket there, or just glue the whole thing and leave that open. This paper looks interesting. I can even leave it as it is and later on bind it inside of another journal. I think like that. So I'm going to do something fun here. Top it. Just like that. Use the sewing machine on this one like that. I'm going to keep it on the page for future use. So when I decide to make a nature theme journal, I'll have one page with a pocket ready. Okay, that one's done. That's interesting. Maybe here I'll attach it like that, and then I'll use that for the top bit. Just make it a little bit shorter. I think we have enough. I better go to my sewing machine and stitch these together, and then we'll continue. These off. I think this one's good as it is. I don't think I want to do anything else to it. I love it. Probably leave it as a little pocket in the journal. Now here another pocket. I'll just trim this bit off. Like so. I love this one too. I mean, it's so easy to do and it's really effective. Now here I want to have a little closure that goes over there, but not all the way like this. It would be hard to put things in and out, so perhaps like that. And then I can just cut it. Like so. And be here a bit. I love this. It looks like the leaf is inside of the pocket, but not actually. Great. And I'll just do this. Perhaps a bit of inking. I'm going to use one of these paper clips. Oh, we've done this last year. We created these with recycled plastic cards, you know, loyalty cards or credit cards. So these, they're all different sizes, but I love them. I love the simplicity of that one. Love the color here. And that one's cool too, with the stamping on the back. Alright, now here, what do we have here? I said I'm going to use this as a page in one of the future journals. So for now, I'm not going to do anything else to it. There is a pocket. I love this, and I love this paper too. Okay. And then there's this one left. You probably wonder, what am I going to do with this? Let's see. I'm going to fold this like so that that is right on the edge, and here as well. Like that. And then let's have a look. It's probably too big. Just cut that off. There, and then here. I'm just creating like a little envelope. And then this part I'm going to fold. Cut that off. This creates extra bulk that's not necessary, so I'm going to glue that. Now here, let's see. Like that. I'm going to do a slight angle. I think I could go a bit further down. I'm going to do it like this. I have these lines. I'm just going to cut with a knife up to there, and then here as well. I'm going to turn it to the inside. Okay, now I can glue that there. I think I want to put something here because this text is now upside down and I don't like that there. It just needs something because that's very nice here. The lines and this stenciling. I like the back, but I'm not very happy with that there. Perhaps this would look interesting. There's a crease there already. I would like to put some on the inside. I'll just put a little mark there. Okay. Now let's put some here. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'll just cut this now how it was. Oh, love this one too. One more of these. It seems like it's dry, so we might as well do it. I will use gloss varnish. Let's see. Yeah, it's all right. It was dry, so no smudging. And should we put a leaf now? Maybe even just flower. Add a bit of varnish over the flower. I feel like I need something else there. Great. Where's that other half? So cool. Okay, and there's one more thing I want to show you how to do is to create a specimen page in a journal that's already been bound, so you can't really take it to the sewing machine. It is a little bit tricky, but we will try. I'll use my glue stick, and first I'm going to pick two papers that I want to glue together. All right, I will do it here because when I cut that out from this end, I want to be able to see that texture. And I was thinking of perhaps using one of those. Which one would look better? This one is really bold, perhaps that one. So I will put a little bit of glue here, just along the edge. And then I'm going to glue that. It's because because when you open and close, the pages tend to slide a little bit, and I don't want them to slide while I'm working. I'm going to cut from this side because it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to place this cutting board there because I don't want to cut through the whole journal, just these 2 pages. Okay, anyway, something like this. There, there. Opening should be smaller than the whole specimen. I'm gonna draw first and then I'm going to cut. I'm gonna go 14. Join those 2. Okay, I'm gonna get this knife and cut. Wish me luck. Just like when we're making specimens, I'm gonna have to turn that. There it is, our window of opportunity. Now be careful here, you don't want to tear the pages. See how it's moving. I'm going to add a little bit just here around the edges. That's where the plastic is going to be, because I have a feeling that this glue stick is not going to work on the cellophane. I'm going to do the same here. How cool is that? Now we have a see-through page in the middle. I really love it. I think it would be a really nice pocket in the journal. I'm gonna wait until it's completely dry. This was a very productive day for me. I'm very happy with the results, and I can't tell you what makes me happier. The fact that I'm recycling cellophane, that I'm able to make specimens with my laminator or glue and not have to buy laminating sheets that can be expensive, or the fact that I can stamp on these and then glue them together without the ink smudging. I don't know, I'm over the moon. There's so many more possibilities with this and things we can make. This is only what I could come up for now, but I'm sure in the future I'll be using this technique quite a lot, and hopefully you'll get some ideas and share them with us in our Facebook group. I love that Facebook group. Things people come up with and the way they interpret what they see here, it just amazes me. It makes me so happy. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.